Mm-hmm.
Let's make it official, Officer Carter.
Okay, are we ready?
We're ready when you are.
Come on. State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Sean Perkins is presiding. While the court's in session, participants must sit up in an upright position. Do not walk around while on camera. There are absolutely no smoking, eating, drinking, chewing gum, laying down, or sleeping while you're logged into Zoom, even if you are in the waiting room. Do not unmute yourself unless asked to do so by the court. Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Officer. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So violation of license restriction. That is a 2-point offense, a misdemeanor. So, of course, I don't know what, so Ms. Lippert, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, I want to speak to Mrs. Lippert. Ms. Limit, I don't have your file, but I think yours is going to be, it looks like yours is going to be closed out. I see that you made the payment and stuff, but as soon as we get your file, we'll get you out of here, all right?
Okay.
So, Mrs. Lippert, is she still available? All right, she's, is that Mr. Watson down there at the bottom of the screen?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know what brings you here. I have G, L, and O's, but I'll be happy to try to help you if I can.
I thought I needed to be here. I'm not sure. They just told me to log in to the Zoom.
What's your first name?
Cameron, Camren.
Camren Watson.
Yes, sir.
Camren.
Yeah.
Do you have a middle name?
Anthony Khalil.
I don't see you at all. You got a ticket?
So I thought I was for is this 436? Am I in the wrong Zoom?
You're in the wrong zone.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, have a good one. So is Ms. Lippert available? She's not. Can I get Mrs. Lippert file?
We'll print out her way.
I see it here. So this is
She matter of fact, she complied with 3 month delay
Yes.
since
So how does that work? I don't. And keep in mind, Mrs. Martin, and this is just for Mrs. Lippett's information. I see that she has paid and complied with with her obligation to the court. However, I see that she has operating a amended count of open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger. and it's under a delayed sentence, 3-month delay, and you may be better to try and chime in than I am, but it's supposed to be dismissed, and I don't have a problem at all dismissing that. But I was under the impression that you could not, it would still be on her Secretary of State record, and still the 2 points would still be enforceable, even though the case will be dismissed. So I just want to kind of keep Mrs. Limit aware that is a potential, and like, again, you can probably answer that better than I can, but that was what my impression was. So, be that as it may, we'll dismiss this case. Do we need to call the case?
Yes, please.
This is the City of Detroit versus Rachel Nicole Limit, case number. Miss Limit, Miss Limit?
Yes.
Mute your phone, please. Again, this is City of Detroit versus Rachel Nicole Limit, case number 203-974-921. Today is the date time set for review. I do see that Mrs. Limit is in compliance with the terms and conditions of the offer that was availed to her, being that she paid $265 in a timely manner. So based on that, the court will dismiss the case. Any other questions, Ms. Lemon?
I just want to know, like, would I get another one to come back? Because I just different.
Judge, I'm sorry, she broke up too.
You're breaking up a little bit. Can you repeat yourself, please?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I got one of these, but the dress is different now, and I just want to make sure I won't be getting another one. Hey,
What does that say?
it's
That's
for
her notice. It's her notice from the court, Judge. Ms. Lemon, your case is being dismissed, so it will be closed. So you shouldn't receive another notice to come back to court. However, if you want to call the front counter, the court, and update your address just so they have it for the future, you can do that. So any future communications will come to the correct address.
okay.
And I will make sure you correct your address with the Secretary of State if you haven't done so.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, Ms. Lemon?
No,
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
thank you. You too.
Mrs. Lippett,
Yes.
good morning to you.
Good morning to you. How are you?
Very well. So I was speaking earlier, and I don't know if you heard me, regarding you have a ticket that has 2 counts. You have 1 prohibited left turn in violation of a license restriction.
Yes.
So we have Attorney Martin on the line, who is there as your counsel today, if you so desire. The violation of license restriction is a 2-point misdemeanor. And I do not see that you have any other offenses. Did you get any other ticket with this? You got a prohibited left turn that you got closed out based on payment. Good morning. I do have Attorney Goss here, Mrs. Martin, if you would like to speak with him. If not, that will be the offer. And I will also provide you to both breakout room if you need to speak with each other in private.
Okay. Thank you.
Judge, I'm gonna, Ms. Lippett, I'm gonna get into a breakout room with you in just a moment, but I'm gonna speak with the prosecutor first.
Okay.
Mr. Goss, I'm gonna text you.
Okay. She paid the civil infractions, so she's gonna get the points for that as well. How long was she paid? It was just 2019, so 2020 in September. It looks like she made payment on 3/25/2021 after the default judgment. No,
That's
it looks
illegal.
like she made the payment for 23. Is that
Right,
correct?
that's right. Yeah, 423.
So you automatically signed up for 2 points.
All right, we just know. So she paid it.
All right.
And took 2 points that needless. Looking at the age, I would have been better once I saw how old she was.
Okay. So Ms. Lippett, you paid the 1 ticket. And,
I'm sorry, are we on the record?
Pardon me?
Are we on the record?
No, no.
Okay.
All right. We'll go on the record. This is the city of Detroit versus India Denise Lippett, case number SP 1114924, count 2. Based on the fact that Mrs. Lippett, you have paid the prohibited left turn ticket, the court is going to dismiss your count 2 violation of license restriction. So if you don't have any other further questions, Mrs. Lippett, then you are free to leave. Mrs. Lippett, I want to let you know something too.
Yes.
It would be advisable that if ever you get a ticket, it would be advisable to always set a court date. Because I appreciate the fact that you pay your fine and you are taking care of your responsibility. But sometimes in these matters, it's best to go through the process and go to a court date. Because what you've done is you have automatically, by paying that ticket, have signed up for 2 points on your license.
Okay.
So the court recognizes that the other violation is a 2-point violation as well. So if you were found guilty of the other violation, then you would have 4 points on your license automatically. So next time in the future, hopefully you don't get a ticket again, right? But things happen. But next time in the future, when you get a traffic ticket, it would be advisable to take the time to go to court, because you may be able to do better than that. You may not have to worry about getting those points, because once you get those points, then it automatically makes your insurance go up. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so if there's nothing further, then you're free to leave, Ms. Lippert.
How soon will my license be reinstated?
Well, okay, you do have a $45 reinstatement fee. And Mrs. Lippert, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna waive that $45 reinstatement fee. I understand that there's been a notice problem with the US mail and getting people their information. So I don't know what happened, but based on that and what we went through last year, I'm gonna waive that reinstatement fee for you. So just as soon as we get this in, put it in the computer, you'll be free and clear here at the 36th District Court. I don't know if you have any other things out there in other jurisdictions, but certainly you won't have any obligation with this court. And if you don't have any obligation anywhere else, then you can go get your license as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
All right.
That's it. That's all we got.
That's it.
Wow. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of show causes. A lot of show causes. You have the review show up.
The one review was limited showed up. And that's the thing. There was a 3-month delay on open intox passenger. And I have no problem with granting that. That's, but from what I always understood, and I'm gonna find that authority, is that it doesn't matter whether the ticket was delayed sentence, because you really can't delay a sentence on a vehicle violation like that.
It's just the criminal person goes away, but not the.
Not
the
exactly. I'm correct in saying that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
I think it gets abstracted, but I don't think they get the points. I think it's on the SOS record that
you get the points
You're
too.
gonna get the
get
points
the
too.
points too.
Yes.
Yes.
But you don't have the criminal aspect of it.
But if it's on there and then you in the future get a OWI or something, it's on there. And so the judge can see it, it's gonna affect sentencing. It just, it's a deal that's not really a deal. That's how I see it. It doesn't.
That's
I think it's a deal in the fact that if you don't get another OWI, your insurance company treats that the passenger way different than they do driver on your insurance rates. So, you gotta look at it like that too. Because the insurance company, if it's the driver, they treat it just like an OWVI.
Yeah, I think it's a deal. It's not really a deal too. I know you don't have nothing to do with it, but.
Right, I'm just like, it's better than the driver.
Well, the driver is 4 points.
No, it's the same point wise, but the insurance company views it different.
Yeah, the insurance company is gonna do us all the same. So
No, not for the driver, they treat it like it was visibly impaired. Even though you're not charged with it, that's how the insurance rate go up that high. For the passenger, your insurance rate goes up, but not that much.
Sometimes it's kind of worse because you sit back and watch the clock and you're like, it's only 9:15.
Right. And the ding, 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 ding. And the line
I
full of
don't
people.
know if we didn't have too big of a docket anyway, so I don't know if we're gonna hear that ding, 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 ding.
I say we get one more.
We're gonna get Mr. LaShure back. He's up for tomorrow. And I tried to keep Mrs. Grimes in the room. She's up for tomorrow as well. And she left before I can let her know that we were gonna pull her file. So that would have knocked two people out for tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow is pretty big.
Is it?
If I'm not mistaken.
So, is it not so that we have no afternoon on Wednesday anymore? Did that change?
I thought we had no afternoon on Wednesdays. Now that I learned how to look at the calendar, up, let's see.
No, it's Thursday with the big document.
So what day is our, day off for Juneteenth?
Right.
This Friday?
Y'all get it wrong.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
He wants to make that clear.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry.
They got us going training.
So tomorrow we have a docket then, no, that's wasn't Thursday.
In the afternoon?
No, we don't have a docket tomorrow.
Oh. I thought that was so good that Judge McConnell recognizes Juneteenth as a holiday, just like July 4th.
Well, you know he is.
Some other ones might not, but him, he does.
Huh?
Some other judges might not, but him, he was working on
I would expect he would.
it.
And he highlights, different historical, figures during Black History Month. I admire that.
Yeah, he's always been a good guy.
All right, I'm going back to my office. I got some training I can give. Somebody text me if you need me.
I would go back upstairs myself, but if I was back in the hallway back there, it wouldn't be a big deal. But,
Yeah, they can text you stuff like that, man.
I know, but I don't have nothing to do.
Yeah. Sit back in your big desk that you probably had never sit at.
I sit at there at lunch all day. I don't want to.
Oh, you bring your lunch?
I don't eat too much.
I guess that's the difference between me and you. I gotta get to that point.
I don't know, it's just nowhere convenient to know.
It really is good.
Right across the parking lot on the other side.
Oh, there's a food truck up there?
Yeah, and you just order online, you go pick it up. They have.
Where is that?
You know, the parking lot right in front of the court?
Yeah.
The parking lot right behind it, it's this little white.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yes,
that.
There's a food truck, 3 different restaurants in there.
Oh, is it?
You know, Mr. B's, Mr. Burgers, wings and things with the wings, and something about the Pistons. They have, pretty good menu. And they take 15, 20 minutes.
So you order,
You gotta order online, you can't walk up, because they don't take cash. So that's a good way they don't get robbed.
so you order online, wait 15, 20 minutes, go over there and just pick it up. Works for me.
He said he knows where he said he likes to eat, doesn't he?
Yeah, but actually I found the ham shop, right down, from Fishbones.
On which side?
It's on the same side of Fishbones, not going to a street town, but the opposite direction.
All right.
It's just, it's a hole in the wall Coney Island.
Yeah.
It's called the ham shop.
Well, they got plenty of ham shops in the around. That's an old school place.
Same thing.
Yeah, so they just put one downtown?
I've been there yesterday because everything else was kind of long, too long to wait. Burger and fries for $9 or $8.
The ham shop has been downtown for years, hasn't it?
I don't know, I just know.
Yeah, they have.
I don't know if they call it the ham shop in those other places, but you know, they got one on Davison. They have, and that's been there 100 years, and they have one on Michigan Avenue, on the west side, up there by East Grand Boulevard.
I've been to
there
that.
a long time.
Yep, and it looked like a dive going in.
Those are the best places though, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Greasy Spoon.
Mhm.
Have you seen the Nuns barbecue commercial? Have you seen it?
No, you like none?
I love Nuns. I used to love Parks Barbecue, but they messed me around the other day.
So you're east side.
No, I'm in Southfield.
You know the city. You know,
No, I'm like,
Parks was,
I used to live over by, well, I drive past Parks to get home, but I used to live over by Nuns.
Nuns is over there on the east side by the, by this church, it's like, near 6 Mile, a couple blocks off of 6 Mile. We used to take my aunt to this church to Operation Get Down a long time ago.
What's the name of
But
that?
I didn't, yeah, Vicky's fan,
A what?
a Vicky's fan.
Oh, I love Dickies too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nuns was, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try it again.
To me, Dickies and Nuns are similar.
I'm gonna try Nuns again. I don't think that, the last time, it's been a number of years now that I went to Nuns. But I'm gonna give them another try.
Yeah.
I'm
But you
an
want to
Uptown fan. Love Uptown.
it takes so long.
I wasn't happy with Uptown.
Me either. It takes too long.
No, I order and go an hour later. Because I know how long they take. So I.
Them on Livernois?
Yeah.
Oh, they take forever now. Because they be, I stood out there almost an hour
I did
trying
too.
to get an order. See what they do, if you in the line out there, they deal with DoorDash and all those first. So if DoorDash and call in, they working on them orders and you be standing out there just trying to get to, I said, I never do it again. A whole hour and some waiting on the order meal.
I wasn't a fan of their barbecue.
They barbecue. I like their barbecue. I like the sauce. I buy the sauce.
You don't like Vicky's?
I've had Vicky's.
18 years. You don't know what you're missing.
Dickies has a whole neighborhood stinking.
They do.
You walk down the street, I'm like, where is that coming from?
It is. But you know, they got rid of the
Good
cook
advertising.
one of the cooks that was there for the longest. He's gone now. I was disappointed in that.
They fired him?
I don't know what happened, you know. But,
So did the flavor change after he left or?
well, one day it did. I guess my friend, Miss Lady, you know, I like when she's working, because I can text her and say, hey, I'm on my way, and she knows exactly what I want. And then, one time I went in there and she wasn't there, she said, I'm not there today, and I saw the whole staff had changed. And, they were like, it wasn't the same. I guess it's not the same when you have somebody you know too.
I first went to Vicky's, I went to a family hour, viewing at the, funeral home across the street.
On the corner.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I smelled it. Oh, where's that coming from?
Just blowing up all that chicken.
That's what took me there. That's good advertising for her.
And they said that this was the only grill this side of the Mississippi like that built in the wall. And if they get rid of the place, then they will have to close the grill down because they don't allow them to do that.
Oh, wow.
Because
Okay.
it's built into the wall of the building, you know what I mean?
Uh,
So that's what I was told. But you probably remember Yogi's on Livernois and the Lodge. They had, what was the name of that bar there on the corner?
I know where that is, but
The Yogi's was absolutely the best, but that goes back to like the late 70s.
okay, I wasn't here then. Well, yeah, it was. I got here late in 76.
It was there, it was open there. Now, where did you come from?
Benton Harbor,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
We had a bad accident in
Oh. On the way to Chicago.
on the way to Chicago. I broke my collarbone. I was a kid then, probably about 76.
Wow.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Crystal Gentry.
You have to repeat that for me. You broke up a little bit.
Crystal Gentry.
Mrs. Gentry. I am trying to. Gentry, Gentry.
Yes.
And Crystal is just Cyrstal.
No, KRYSTLE.
All right, I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
List of Gentry.
KRYSTLE.
Yes.
All right. So let me look up and see. I don't have you on my docket this morning. Let's see where we can help you.
Okay.
So what brings you here today, Ms. Gentry?
It's the landlord tenant case.
Oh, that's why you're not here. I'm going to find out what courtroom you need to be in. Okay. Oh, you see, the landlord tenant. I'm looking at this right now. Mr. Brown.
You have to switch over. If you're trying to do landlord tenant, you have to switch over to.
Civil, right?
Yeah, so. Do you have a case number? Oh, what she said, landlord tenant. I didn't get that number. Let's see.
How did you happen to know about this case? Did you get something in the mail?
I know my caseworker with UCHC told me about the court, and it wasn't this court number, another one that's in my history that I've been going back and forth with the landlord tenant case. I didn't know which. It could be the other courtroom that I have.
I just don't see you on a docket at all. If I go to,
Do you remember the judge's name?
It was, I believe it was Deborah Lewis, maybe.
yeah, well, that would be here, but she's not.
Does she have a ticket number or
Do
anything?
you have a case number or anything?
I do, but it's inside the phone that I'm on, so I don't know if I will be able to.
Well, you're gonna have to
Look it
get
up.
that, if you get cut off, then you can always log back on, but you're gonna have to at least give us that information so we can help you.
Hold on 1 second. Maybe I got hold on. Um, case number 203-48024.
Hold on. Let me get back to this. You probably do.
What was it?
I got it. Let's go ahead again. 203.
48024.
I'll put the case number in with the line, NXT. Do I just use the case number?
She'll be able to pull up, just use the case number. Is that a civil number she gave you?
I don't know, 203.
It's a LT.
Yeah, two.
I believe it's I found the paper that I was looking for. It's Alicia. Where did her name go? Alicia A. Jones Coleman.
Oh, yes. So, all right. If we can get her courtroom, that'll help.
Sure, cool. Okay, she's courtroom 436. Phone number is, her Zoom, well, I guess the Zoom numbers would be the same, right?
The 360-436-0000 is the Zoom ID.
Thank you.
Very good. I wonder why she didn't. Get the landlord tenant. I'll pull up the landlord tenant. I went into civil. Typed her name in, and nothing came up.
Like I said, you might have to put that LT behind the case number. I haven't did civil or landlord tenant so long. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
This meeting. Good
What's
morning.
your name? Good morning. How you doing? What's your name, sir?
Larry Grant. Can
Larry.
I take this downstairs? Larry Darnell Grant. What'd you say? Wait a minute, sir. Let me get situated. Let me sit down somewhere. Okay. What'd you say, sir?
No, good morning, Mr. Grant. How you doing?
All right.
I'm gonna pull up your name. Just give me a second.
Okay.
November 2021.
I need to get some glass.
So Mrs. Martin, we have Mr. Larry Darnell Grant. He has the no insurance misdemeanor, which would be the case that's on the docket today. But Mr. Grant has also, seems like, along with that ticket, he has a no valid registration ticket, expired plate ticket, improper use of lights ticket that are in default. I do recognize that those 3 other tickets that are in default went along with this this no insurance misdemeanor ticket. So if you want to make the necessary motions, we can see if we can get Mr. Grant to a position where it's something that he can live with. And I think without me even saying that, the city attorney has already put an offer in the file so that Mr. Grant can have his stuff taken care of. So what I have here is I have an offer that will allow Mr. Grant to plead to an amended count of improper plates, a 0-point offense with 0 abstraction. However, it is a misdemeanor. And the rest of the tickets will be dismissed. Mr. Grant, I'll tell you that if you choose to take this offer, I will fine you $240 in the matter. I will give you as much time as you need to pay. And if you want to discuss the matter with our House Counsel, Mrs. Martin, she is available to speak with you in a breakout room so that you can understand all of the repercussions that go along with that. But basically, I kind of explained everything in a nutshell right then and there. So let me know what you want to do, Mr. Grant.
Okay, I pay the fine and talk with the council to get everything straightened out.
Put you in a breakout room, you join this room, and you'll have an opportunity to speak with Mrs. Martin. And then once you're done, we'll call your case.
Okay.
Just hit join breakout room.
tapes? These are new.
I don't know.
I think so.
You don't like that one, huh?
It's kind of loud. Yeah. It's comfortable, but
I think those chairs have been there a long time.
I was sitting in that one. So,
Maybe you might want to switch.
this is very comfortable.
Aren't they the same? No,
No.
they don't look the same.
This one, it has a cushiony seat, and that one's just mesh.
Hey, Mr. Grant,
Yes, sir.
you had an opportunity to speak with Mrs. Martin. What is your
Yes.
pleasure? You know I can give you a trial date as well, so I just want you to know that.
No, I just go ahead and pay the fine. I pay the
Okay.
fine.
Let's
She said I got
call.
30. She said I have 30 days to pay it, so it'll be paid up.
I can give you much time as you need. So let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Larry Darnell Grant, case number SP 113-61981, and case numbers SP 1136174, counts 1, 2, and 3. Your appearance for the record, Mrs. Martin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alicia Martin, P69003, on behalf of Mr. Grant.
Okay. So, Mrs. Martin, you have the floor.
Yes, I've discussed Mr. Grant's situation, and he does want to take advantage of the offer that's been made by the people. He just indicated that he would need at least 30 days to pay any fines and costs that the court would assess.
And as for just a procedural matter, Mrs. Martin, those 3 tickets, civil infractions are in default.
Oh, then I will move to set aside the default, Your Honor.
All right, your motion is granted. Mr. Martin, why don't we start by raising your right hand? I'm sorry, Mr. Grant, can you raise your right hand, please?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry about that. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter?
Yes, I do.
Put your hand down. So, Mr. Grant, I have to go through a couple of questions with you. I want to make sure that you understand that you have a right to a trial.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand by taking this offer that's been presented to you, you're going to give up that right to a trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And I want to make sure you're doing this on your own free will.
Yes, I am.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what I mentioned to you off the record?
No.
And for the record, the offer in the file here is to allow Mr. Grant to plead guilty to the amended count of improper plates, a 0-point offense with no abstraction, and the 3 misdemeanors will be, the 3 civil infractions will be dismissed. So, Mr. Grant, let me draw your attention to November 16th, 2020, at around 7:15 p.m. in the area of Grand River and Rosa Parks Boulevard in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, I was pulled over.
And at that time, Mr. Grant, yes, Mr. Grant, were you issued a ticket for improper, no insurance?
Yes, sir.
On a 2003 Ford?
Explorer, yes. Yes.
And at that time, Mr. Grant, did you have insurance on that Explorer?
No, sir.
Okay. The court is satisfied with the court is satisfied, and the court will find Mr. Grant guilty of the amended count of improper plates. I'll fine you $240 in the matter, Mr. Grant. And how much time do you need to pay?
Well, I was speaking with Miss Alicia, and I told her 30 days.
Well, I can give you as much time as you need, so just make sure we can do 30 days.
Yeah, that sound fair. 30 days, cool. I have it straightened out there.
All right, let's say July 14th, Mr. Grant.
Sound good.
And if you find yourself in a position where you cannot get that paid by July 14th, I will hope that you would zoom in like you did today, and we'll see if we can find you some more time.
Yes, sir.
Now, will he have any reinstatement fees to pay on those default judgments?
Sometimes they are. I can look them up.
Look those up.
You ran those defaults. Let me get them so I can look them up.
So I ran the, here you go. I don't see it on there where he has any reinstatement.
So far, none.
All right, so it looks like, Mr. Grant, you don't have any other thing but that $240 payment. As soon as you get that paid, then you'll be able to, if you don't have a license now, you'll be able to approach the Secretary of State to get a license. But if you do have a license, you don't have anything to worry about. Just get that $240 paid by July 14th. And if you find yourself in the position that you haven't gotten it paid for whatever reason, then zoom back in and we can see if we can get you some more time.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right. If nothing else, you're free to leave.
All right. Have a good day.
Good. Have a better one. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, Miss Alicia, you too.
Have a good one, Mr. Grant.
Okay.
Oh, I kind of got that wrong. The insurance misdemeanor. Or I'm going to say this. You got this wrong, Mr. Goss.
On what?
On the offer sheet.
For that guy?
You dismissed you amended the civil infraction to a misdemeanor, where you should have amended this misdemeanor to an improper place.
We're still just.
I'm not saying,
Yeah.
same thing, I just want to make sure you know. What happens to these offer sheets when they go downstairs? They throw them out?
I have no idea what happens.
We just keep them with the file, and send them file downstairs to be refiled.
Yeah, so you might want to correct that. I'm not.
City got some money off of it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, man.
That's what it's all about, a money game.
All about.
One thing I can't stand is when one traffic stop, somebody get 6 or 7 tickets off of one traffic stop. I'm something like that is just.
That's something more going on there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you need to, you shouldn't overburden no citizens with that.
But what about, all right, what about when the citizen actually down food?
Bad attitude.
But that's no reason to act like one too.
Yeah, I get you.
You know, you the professional, you know, when you took this job, people's gonna act that
There
way.
you go. That's what I say when people talk about officers and this skier, when they, yeah, hey, you're a professional. So you're up to a higher standard. You got the training, you have everything, like the case in Minnesota where the lady shot the boy. You know, now you're falling back and you're trying to say, oh, I made a mistake. Well, I mean, that's a deadly mistake right there, and you should be held accountable just like anybody else. As a matter of fact, all this training that you have, 26 years.
Higher accountability.
Yeah. So.
You want people to be held accountable for that.
You good.
You're not accountable for your own actions. I was scared. If you're scared to do your job, you need to be doing
You
your
need
job.
to be gone.
Hey, for the city, I don't know how you know anything about this department. So you can answer this question. A friend of mine bought a house from the land bank, and they're making her replace lead pipes that lead from her house out to the middle of the street, and she has to pay for it. You know anything about that?
I think
You're responsible for anything from your property line to the street, if you're responsible. Yeah, so obviously what's happening is water, she's not getting good pressure in the house because of the water is, the pipes are disintegrating.
no, I think what it is it gives the city an opportunity to start to replace those, make her replace those pipes as it's safer for her and everybody that's using that tap. So that's what they're doing. Hey,
But they can't make you.
yeah, they can if that's the agreement. If you want to purchase.
Right. If you bought it from the land bank, yeah, that might be in a contract.
That would be in your contract. But anything from the main to the house, that's your responsibility.
And now I'm wondering if that would be a requirement just to get a certificate of occupancy on any house, whether you get it from the land bank or not. She just happened to have gotten hers from the land bank.
No, I
Is
don't
she trying to live there herself, or is she trying to?
Yeah.
I don't think that it would be a certificate of occupancy on any piece of property. I think that's a clause within something you buy from land bank.
Oh, wow.
Now, not to say that wouldn't be moving forward, they wouldn't want to do that, but.
She wants to sue them.
I don't think she's got.
That's not a good idea.
She needs to look at her contract. Not in her contract, then she may have a case, but she needs to look at her contract. Because that's gonna control. And what it'll do is, it'll probably, more than likely, it's gonna give her better pressure, it's gonna do all of that. 'Cause what happens is, by those old lines, it's probably a pinhole where the water's coming through now, because it's got all that calcium buildup and all that stuff in the line.
I had to stale after, those pipes only are meant for like 50 years.
Yeah, but I doubt it just fails, because it would be probably a bubble outside somewhere. It's just the fact that it's gonna serve her better. When she runs the water in her house after she gets that new line, she's gonna like the result.
Well, she's, trying to rehab this house on the shoestring.
Yeah.
So now, construction has halted because, she's got to come up with the money to make that happen. And it's in Brightmore. So.
Well, she needs to go to those places that offer grants and stuff. city of Detroit and see if they'll do something like that too.
Because that is one of those like special areas.
Yeah. She needs to go with that, but first check the contract. And I think that even if they do require that, if you show you putting some effort to fixing up the property, then they may give you some relief. They may not forego that, but they may say, okay, we'll give you another 6 months, we'll give you another such and such. But I'm sure if you show some kind of,
Yeah, you gotta look at that contract though. That's what you think.
yeah, you gotta look at the contract.
Because they will take that property back. I heard of a couple of cases where they meet the deadline.
Mhm.
Take it back. All that money put into it.
Yeah, I would have to read that contract as well too, because, they took my property back, I would be trying to sue to get my money back, at least some of it.
Right. Man, I don't remember the property law. What's that? Oh, it's unjust enrichment at that point. Land bank.
Or you just go with an equity argument, than just a reject. But then, that's what you have to do, because contract law would probably, win the day, and then you gotta go with you don't have really a legal defense, you gotta go with equity defense, saying, listen, they're unjustly enriched by this period.
And she's a smart young lady. She's 28 years old. And I would be very surprised if she didn't thoroughly read that contract. And she seemed surprised by it. She says, if I had known that, I wouldn't have got the house. If I had known I had to put all that money into a drainage line or pipe.
Well, are they talking about the drainage line or
Not the drainage, I'm sorry, what would you call that, the water?
The water feed.
Water main.
Water main. I don't know if it's gonna cost so much money.
The dig out is the issue.
Yeah.
You gotta get the backhoe in to dig it out. Then you gotta cut those two ends and reattach it. So that's probably about $5.
I'm a journeyman pipe fitter, right? That would be my job.
And I'm the assistant, because my father was a pipe fitter proprietor for 40 years.
Oh, see, he's trying.
Yeah, so I
You know
do
how
that stuff.
You know how to do pipe fitting?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why I went to law school, because I didn't like it.
I love pipe fitting.
I don't like working with my hands.
I
My
don't
father
like
told
plumbing.
me either you got 2 ways in life, with your hands or with your brain. So I'm gonna show you what you do with your hand. And he had us doing, snaking basements, trap up to your ankles and stuff,
I don't miss that stuff.
Right. So this was as a kid, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, all the way up to I graduated from high school. He's like, okay, you want this life or do you want to use your brain?
I don't miss that stuff.
I went straight to school. Yeah.
But pipe fitting part, that's we didn't, at the plant, we didn't do, really too much underground stuff, because all the stuff is in the air. But, connecting those lines, putting water feed, air, whatever kind of line they need to run, fire system, things a lot of that.
You barely work. My father used to complain about, I work so many hours. Then we started really talking to him, and I'm like, dude, you done set 4 or 5 hours before you did anything.
Well, let me put it on mute.